Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, in a small cottage near a dense forest, a poor woodcutter lived with his two children, Hansel and Gretel. Their mother had passed away, and their father had remarried. However, their stepmother was cruel and unkind to them. One year, a terrible famine spread across the land. The family barely had enough food to survive. One evening, Hansel overheard his stepmother whispering to their father, "There is not even a crumb left in the house. We must take the children deep into the forest and leave them there." Gretel's eyes filled with tears. "They are going to abandon us," she whispered, trembling. Hansel gently squeezed his sister's hand. "Don't worry, we will find our way back home," he assured her. That night, Hansel stayed awake, thinking of a plan. He quietly collected small pieces of bread and placed them in his pocket. Early the next morning, their father led them into the forest. As they walked deeper into the woods, Hansel secretly dropped pieces of bread along the path. Finally, their father stopped in a clearing. "Wait here, my children. I will return soon," he said. But Hansel and Gretel knew the truth. As the sun set, Gretel began to cry. "Hansel, what will we do? Look, the moonlight is shining on the breadcrumbs. We can follow them back home," Hansel said confidently. Holding hands, they walked through the dark forest, following the shining crumbs all the way home. When their stepmother saw them, she was furious. That night, she locked them in a small room, determined to get rid of them. The next morning, their father once again took them deep into the forest. This time, Hansel had no breadcrumbs to leave behind. As darkness fell, the children realized they were truly lost. They huddled together under a large tree, trying to stay warm. The next morning, they wandered through the forest. After hours of walking, they stumbled upon something magical, a little house made entirely of sweets. Hansel eagerly took a bite of the wall. "It's made of chocolate," he exclaimed. Gretel broke off a piece of candy. "And these are sugar cookies!" As they ate, a gentle voice called from inside. "Come in, my dear children. There's plenty more to eat." Curious and hungry, they stepped inside. But the kind voice belonged to a wicked witch. She trapped Hansel in a cage and forced Gretel to cook for him. "Eat, little boy. You must become fat and delicious," the witch cackled. Days passed, but Hansel cleverly hid his true size. The witch, growing impatient, decided to cook him anyway. "Gretel, light the oven," she ordered. Gretel's heart pounded, but she remained calm. She pretended not to know how. "Silly girl, watch closely." The witch leaned into the oven, and in that moment, Gretel summoned all her courage and pushed her inside. With a loud slam, she shut the door. The wicked witch was gone forever. Hansel and Gretel found a chest filled with gold coins and jewels. They gathered as much as they could and hurried out of the house. After wandering for some time, they saw a familiar path. Soon, they reached their home, where their father stood with tears in his eyes. "My dear children, I thought I had lost you forever," he cried, embracing them tightly. "Your stepmother is gone. I will never let you go again." From that day forward, Hansel, Gretel, and their father lived happily, never knowing hunger or sorrow again. Moral of the story: never lose hope and always trust your courage.